Welcome to Kodu Game Lab. We're going to use this system to create a 3D game. Now, you find Kodu Game Lab on the desktop. There's an icon there, or you can find it from the Start menu. To start using Kodu, we click on New World, and it will come up straight away with a 3D world. Now, we can get around by zooming in and out with the mouse wheel, by left clicking and dragging back and forwards. That goes at left and right and back and forwards. Or right clicking and we can spin the world around. The instructions for each tool and the options always appear up in the top left, so this gives you an idea of how to use it. Now, what we've got here is the floor painter, and that's the tool we're going to use next. You can change the brush size of the floor painter with the left and right arrow keys. So I'm going to create myself a nice big area of floor. Although this area of floor is quite nice, if I go back to the Move tool and look at it this way, you can see it's very flat. So what we need to do is use the Hill tool. And I'm going to use a bit of a smaller brush, and I'm going to create some nice hills over here, and how about over here as well. There we are. So there we are, we've got a nice hills, and now when we go back to the Move tool, the hand here, and flatten it, you can see we have a 3D world. Now, we can use the Water tool to add water to our 3D world, or we can remove it with the right mouse button. Again, the options are up here. So that gives us our basic 3D world. We can do more in terms of changing the water color, or we can change, for example, the color of certain land. So if I click on the option here, we can make some of it a kind of dirty brown color there, and the rest of it is all nice and green. And you can see that that's already working for us to produce a little world. But what if we want to put more complex things in? Well, you can use this Kodu symbol here, and the Kodu things are all the programmable things in the game, all the things that are going to be active. So for example, once I've clicked the Kodu, I can come over here and say I want a tree. There we are, there's a nice tree, and I'm going to have that kind of a tree over there. I might also want to have something more complicated, so I might click here next to the tree, and actually I'm going to this time have a nice castle. Again, going back to the Move tool, we can spin round and you can see these are all full proper 3D objects. Most interestingly though, we can add a character using this. So if I click, you've got various characters. I would stay away from the Mars rover because he can't shoot anything. Most of the rest can. So if you're interested in shooting, don't use the Mars rover. I'm going to choose a cycle. So there's my little motorcycle, and if I press escape, it starts the game. But there's nothing happening. I need to program it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the cycle, and I'm going to select Program. And I'm going to say when I use the keyboard, I want you to move. Easy as that. When I press escape, we now run the game, and our character can move around in the world. There we are. I'm now going to add another line of programming to him, which is to say when on the keyboard, and I'm going to add an extra condition. We press the space bar. What I want you to do is shoot. And I want you to shoot a missile, and I want you to shoot it straight and level. Here we are. So now when I run my game, I can run around with my cycle. I can even go down the hill, through the water, up the other hill. Probably go around the side here. Oh, I'm a bit stuck. Nearly there. And I'll be able to shoot my missile. So, I can shoot a missile, and there it goes off into the distance. And as you can see, when I hit something, boom, it automatically destroys it. So that's the basics of our game. There'll be many more videos which will show you how to do more detailed things. But have a go at creating a world and getting your character to move and shoot.